a lot of times people say, oh, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. But what if you're not looking for grass? Hey there, welcome back to my epic journey. My name is Brandon DeVere. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and sharing your time with me. I do appreciate that. Big win today. Big win. We got a pretty large producing team that has committed. I'll do a formal announcement later, but pretty awesome. They are do 100 plus transactions, 24 million in volume. Pretty excited for that. I'm really excited for that. Yeah, that was a big win for the day. Sometimes we have we go through the ups and downs, and sometimes they're happening almost simultaneously, which is kind of tough. Probably the hardest part about that is when you have something on your mind and you're there to be super excited and you're trying to maintain that excitement, and something else is going on. So again, this is the journey, right? I'm sharing both, on this 600 to 0 to 600 plus. I'm sharing things that are both personal in nature and business wise, and recruiting as well. A couple cool things to announce coming up soon, as soon as we finalize them. But today, the win was, get this commitment and get people started onboarding for this large team, which we're very excited. I think it's really gonna take off. Man, a lot of people reaching out to me now, wanting to know more information, and it's crazy how fast. I think we onboarded 240 agents last month, which is, for our size. When I joined, we were 150, 175 agents, and now we're growing by triple that. Almost. I think we're gonna hit 300 or 400 this month, which is insane. A lot of people are finding the benefits and finding out what, that if this will work for them, and a lot of people are finding out that it is. So that was a big win. Got that all announced, formal announcement later on. But the downside is, if you've been following me at all, you know that we've had some challenges with my son, trying to get him to school, things like that. So he basically does a hybrid school. So he only goes to school one day a week and only for a few hours, but he does everything else kind of online. And he just crushes the online stuff, crushes it. Yesterday, because of this school where he doesn't have to be there all the time, he went to the NFL, got to go kick field goals, 40-yard dash, NFL experience, like Super Bowl experience, doing all this stuff. Super fun time. He jumps on a bus of 46 kids, and 43 of them he doesn't know, right? And so he jumps on this bus, no problem, goes and does that. We're walking into this new school, and there's 15 kids in there, and he won't go in. He just can't go in. And so it's a challenge. You're getting excited. You got awesome stuff going on, and then you just get hit. I'll go into this a little bit deeper in the future, but there is a book called The War of Art, and Stephen Pressfield calls it the resistance. Like when you're getting ready to really break through on something, you hit this resistance, kind of comes out of nowhere, kind of knocks you off your game, and you got to treat it almost as a test, like almost as a wave, like boom, you got hit, and then you just know it's going to pass over, and you just got to keep your momentum. And sometimes those as you're getting closer to your goals and you're starting to make those things, like it's often said that if the more resistance that you're getting, the closer you are to getting to breaking through that barrier that's going to get you to the next level. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I mean, I'm getting to a ton of momentum right now, and now issues pop up again with my son. And so that was the kind of the simultaneous up and down at the same time, which was what simultaneous means, but you get what I'm saying. So that's kind of a challenge. But then also, tonight, this one will be a little kind of a quicker one, just because Eve and I are going to be going to the NFL Honors Awards tonight. So that's pretty cool. And that starts I got to be like down there in like 30 minutes. But I just want to get on and talk a little bit about grass is always greener. When you make these changes like this, and you're going to go from one brokerage to another, and I talked about it yesterday, I believe it was, where people are giving resistance and being like upset with you for doing this, and it's weird, like where you're going to get the most resistance from the people that you think that you would get the support from, and things like that. But the reality is, like, a lot of people, the reason they say the grass is always greener is because they don't necessarily know what it is. They don't understand your decision. They don't get why you did it. And so when they don't get it, they're trying to make sense of it in their mind. And when it doesn't make sense, like frustration and anger is like the easiest emotion to come out when things don't make sense to you. And why would you do this? That doesn't make sense. And then it's kind of secretly like low key rooting for you to fail, right? To just kind of be like, I was right. And we are so obsessed with being right that sometimes we'd rather watch, our friends and family fail so we can say, I told you so, which it's weird. I get it. I mean, I think that is, I love to bet sports and bet on football and stuff like that. But I don't bet big. I'm $15-$20, like usually max bet. But like I get way more satisfaction of saying like, I knew that team was going to do that. I knew that team was going to do that. I knew it. Like, and sometimes it's in the case of rooting for somebody to fail. Like there's a couple teams I saw this year that I was like, well, they're not very good. They have a bad schedule. And like when they lose in the playoffs, you're like, I told you. But it's rarely ever do we want to be right for somebody to succeed. And so typically we just default to, well, the grass isn't always greener. You just think it is because of this, because of that. But the challenge also is you haven't really taken the time recently to find out what these people are needing and wanting. And that's where it is difficult, because as you're trying to grow, you have to retain. So as you're growing and you're doing these things, you're taking away time from retention, which is very important. And it needs to be done. I'm not saying don't grow. I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing is growing. But as our company grows and my organization grows, you have to focus on the retention as well, and make sure that you're reaching out to people and trying to be as available as possible. It is difficult, like I mentioned yesterday. If you have some of these guys with organizations of several thousand, it's very difficult to keep up with everyone. At minimum, you want to keep up with your first level, for anybody that understands what the rev share aspect. But that's not the only reason people are coming over, and I think that's what's throwing people off, is that everyone, like a lot of people broke off from EXP, created a couple of their own things, and it was like, hey, we're EXP but newer, but you can get in earlier. And that was the pitch that I got all the time. And there wasn't much differentiation other than I would have been earlier in this revenue share platform. And that never really excited me, as to where Epique excited me in a couple different ways. And one of them was being that I really felt that for agents, the agents who come here, even as a solo agent on a team, whatever, I felt like this was the place for them to do more business if they needed the tools and things that we offer. If not, you don't need to come to Epique to be successful in real estate. I'm not here to say that at all. You don't need to come here to become a mega realtor, right? It's so again, finding out what do people need, why are people leaving certain brokerages. I just saw another, there was I believe I got a message from somebody about another brokerage that just raised their E&O and also their ability to buy stock at a discount. It they didn't remove it. They reduced the amount of the discount that you get on the stock, which is, they can think this is the second time is the third price that it's at now. But sometimes people go, well, that's why I was here, and now I'm not getting a big enough discount, so now I need to go somewhere that is offering a bigger discount on the stock price. Has nothing to do with recruiting, has nothing to do with selling more homes. So to like pigeonhole and just be like, you shouldn't go there, the grass isn't always greener. What if you're not looking for grass? What if the grass is the last thing on your mind, and it's on maybe on the other side there's something else there that is more exciting to you. So just want to leave you with that right there. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, but also not everyone is looking for grass. So if hopefully that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me in my head. So hopefully I got it out correctly, but that's just kind of the message I wanted to convey today. So I'll see you all back tomorrow. Have a great one.